Is Escape from Tarkov the right game for you? Let's find out. Hey guys, Nate here again, and because we've been doing a lot of content around this channel involving new players or players that have never played Tarkov before, I've been getting the question a lot lately of, should I buy Escape from Tarkov? To answer that question honestly, it really depends on what type of player that you are. I want to list out a few questions to help folks make their decisions, and we can get into the nitty-gritty about Tarkov in its current state at the end of the video. Number 1, do you enjoy a challenge? Tarkov is an insanely challenging game, but can be extremely rewarding. The highs are very, very high, but the lows are absolutely in the gutter due to the in-game economy. You could have the best item in the game, and in the next moment, you end up dying in a second. Number 2, do you have the time? If you're someone who only manages to squeeze in a few hours of gaming a week, this game is going to be very, very difficult for you. There are quests that literally takes days to complete, and there are even times where you have to take days from not using your PMC just to get your economy back to normal. Also, as a side note, crafts in your hideout can exceed 24 hours in this game if you're crafting some high tier ammo, so this is a very, very time intensive game. Number 3, do you keep a positive mindset? Tarkov is a definition of dying unfairly in video games. There's no replay system, the hit registration and desync problems are still very much prevalent, and new problems are popping up in almost every update. I'd say the best quality to have in a player to really enjoy this game is to look past unfair deaths and toxic interactions and give yourself small, obtainable goals to keep the game upbeat. Number 4, do you like learning and understanding information-heavy games? Every day, you are learning something different in Tarkov. Honestly, you could spend a whole day just optimizing keybinds, setting graphics, and upgrading your hideout, learning about maps, without even entering a raid. It makes the game so much easier if you have an active interest in learning the game outside of playing. Number 5, can you be calm under pressure? When you play with a group in Tarkov, there are no indicators for anything. You have to discuss what callouts are, you have to memorize what your teammates look like, and you have to communicate clearly about whether or not there are other players around you. If you answered no to a majority or all of these questions, Tarkov is probably not going to be the game for you. Well, if you answered yes, congratulations.
Welcome to hell.
Nah, I'm just kidding. It's a great game for solo and group players alike, and you feel better at the game every time that you play it. Now let's talk about the state of the game currently.
And the word is out, folks. The word is out. The game is so unfriendly to new players by now that I just feel bad about killing them more than anything. An audio engineer's take on why the switch to Oculus was a bad move. I've played since second ever White, and I believe the game is a shell of what it once was. Oh, looks like we've got some videos from Veritas coming out. Is Tarkov going in the wrong direction? 5 days later, Tarkov is starting to feel much better. Okay. And Tarkov has totally changed. Alright, that all occurred within the time span of 10 days. What? A completely game-breaking bug like invisibility should be fixed within a day. Tops! This is the worst the game has been in a very long time.
Tarkov is entirely the game that you want it to be, and so if you're dying a lot on your PMC and your scav, and you're immersing yourself in that Escape from Tarkov jungle Reddit, man. The news and the toxic threads, it kind of gives you a negative view on the game. But if you just focus on yourself and just work on those goals that are attainable, it's a really enjoyable game. Now, you are going to have bad days in Tarkov, period. It's inevitable and it happens to everybody. But how you react to the situation dictates the enjoyment of the game. There are plenty of players who, when they're having a bad day, they just keep going down deeper into that hole. And you should be able to, as a player, to know where your stopping point is. So if you are having a bad day, stepping away from the game is not bad at all. To ensure you're getting a positive experience as a new player in Tarkov, I would 1, start off with a standard edition of the game and see if you like it. And if you like it and you play it a lot, then you can upgrade, and it will make it a little bit easier on you, giving you better starting items and more trader rep when you first start the game. Number 2, I would also turn off VoIP if you have it on. If you don't know what VoIP is, that is the voice interaction system in the game. Lots of folks can be really rude to Timmies, newer players of the game, and you don't really have to, deal with trolls and whatnot. So when you're starting out, turn it off for a little bit, and then once you want to have the fun days and the goof around times, that's when you can flip VoIP on. I would also try to stay away from ranty, burnt out threads on platforms like Reddit. Although the Escape from Tarkov Reddit has provided a lot of useful information, I think that there are a lot of really experienced players that aren't exactly happy with the current state of the game, but you shouldn't let their opinions, damper your experience as a new player. You should be able to play the game, not worry about it, and make your own decision about whether or not you like the game. And lastly, number 4, focus on the positives during your raids as opposed to the negatives, especially when deaths occur. When you're playing for a really long time, it's especially easy to just keep remembering all the deaths and the bad parts, but to be honest, just to maintain the upbeat feel of the game and that you're just cruising along, focus on the positives and keep that consistent all the way through each match. That's it. I hope this video helps you out making your decision, and if you end up buying it, I hope you're kicking butts and having a good time during your wipe. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to subscribe and check out all of our other videos that we have. We've got plenty of beginner guides and useful tip videos, so if you're new, be sure to stick around and we'll be making more. So, yeah.